What causes us to finally awaken to obvious truths? Hello, everyone. I'm Thomas, and welcome to my channel. I do mostly educational videos. I do also write books and articles and give courses. One of my specialties, especially for this year, is the tree of life. So this here is a diagram. You might recognize it as the Hebrew Kabbalah, also same diagram, different interpretation, but same diagram. So pretty much same diagram. We'll discuss some of the differences here coming up. But what you see is we've got 10 circles or spheres. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we have also an abyss here, which is an implied sphere, and a 0 that's above the tree. 10 plus abyss and 0 is a total of 12 categories that are really our faculties of consciousness. So 12 faculties of consciousness. This is really our animal consciousness, survival instinct, fight or flight, law of the jungle. This here is the domestic sphere, domestic consciousness, high receptivity, imitation, and memorizing and imitation. Here is the belief systems. This is the real world, the expert opinion that we're expected to believe in. Here we've got the imaginary world for people who find this lacking and come over here and propose alternatives through creativity and invention. Also, so this is your creative spark and our inspiration. Our inspiration leads us up here to the sixth sphere, which is kind of the center. This is the you are here point. And this is our free will faculty, our ability to pay attention and make decisions. The principal decision of which is to, instead of pay attention down in this direction, to pay attention up the tree toward our higher faculties here. The first one of those higher faculties is our sense of justice. This is like our sense of true justice, not like the law here, the conventional justice system, but this is really the natural law, which is part of here. So this is the natural law, the natural love, universal language, and this is the enforcement of the law. So karma and cosmology. Then here is the psychic powers. This is our psychic receptivity, our ability to recognize omens, and our psychic heat, our ability to act upon omens, which sometimes can be very difficult. You see the omen, but you're hesitant to act on it because it causes you to do something outlandish. So you have to have the courage to act upon the omens that you see, that you. So there are two different aspects there. And those are usually seen as being two different snakes. One is called Nekabet, that's our psychic receptivity, and Wachet is our psychic heat. Okay, then here is the third sphere. This is our psychic, this is our omnipotence, all powerful. So this is our primarily through sound and synchronization. Then this is our wisdom faculty, omniscience, all-knowing. And this is our ability to solve problems and tapped into mainly through shutting down the verbal thinking of the mind and being able to tune in to, our imagination comes in images, but this is like a highly refined form of imagination, form of intuition. Like the intuition starts here and it is refined as we move up this pillar here. Then the first sphere is omnipresence, all present, all everywhere, eternally. So this is really everything in the universe underlies everything in the universe, ubiquitous. And then the zero above the tree is nowhere, nothing, and total mystery. But that is also has an indirect effect on the universe. Okay, so those are the 12 different faculties. Now, what I've done with my model is I've placed a tree in miniature on each one of the spheres. And so you have 12 here, 12 categories here, 12 categories here, and so on, for a total of 144 different fractal faculties. And I have those mapped out as really our stages of life, or stages of history. But those stages are not chronological as much as they are dramatic stages. So these are 144 separate dramas that we negotiate as we move through life. And I have a list of those, an annotated list of those, that I would be happy to send you out for free. If you click the link, you'll get it right away. So click the link in the description, and I'll send that out to you. And you can use it for future videos as a reference. And it will help you to learn the tree much quicker. The tree is a fairly difficult learning curve. Not really, but it's not like chemistry or physics or any semester course that you take in school. It's way easier than that, but it does take a little bit of application, a little bit of effort to learn it. And once you learn it, you have it for life, and it is a absolutely indispensable tool that you can use to navigate your life. You can learn it pretty quickly, but then as your life goes on, you tap into deeper and deeper levels of it. So it's a lifelong practice, but it's something that you can pick up to the point that you can benefit from it pretty quickly. Okay, so now today, of the 144 different stages, we're going to be looking at stage number 24. That question was, what causes us to finally awaken to obvious truths? So this number 24 is called head out of the sand. Stage number 24 is about waking up to what is right in front of us, simply by looking directly at it. It's over our head because our head is in the sand. Get out of the beach volleyball court. Get over the long jump pit, beyond the hourglass and above the brown snowdrifts, the beach sands, the desert sands, the quicksands, and the dunes. See a whole world in a grain if we take our head out now. Changing our ways is only out of desperation. We can continue to stick our heads in the sand with wild suppositions and hopes and dreams. But if we turn around at the opening of the cave, we'll be unblinded. We finally recognize our ignorance we thought was intelligence that turns out to be arrogance. Erasing brainwashing. 2, a beginner's mind, a fresh perspective, opens our eyes and we see it anew. Once we see it, we can't unsee it. It's so obvious now that I see it. It's learned. Once we wake up, it's hard to put us back to sleep. Take the red pill. a catalyst for changing our ways. Wallowing in the mud no longer. Head out of the sand. Look directly at it. Ignorance is no longer bliss, but a blister. Notice life outside the sandbox. Deprogramming. Reopen the inquiry. Okay, so that's number 24, head out of the sand. So what we have here is we have the zero fractal of the night sphere. So the night sphere is about heightened receptivity and imitation, our domestic consciousness, and it is about imitation. And then the zero sphere above the tree is about the mystery, and it's about what is not in the universe. And it's also about stillness, a deep stillness, whereas the first sphere is like a universe of motion. This is a stillness. And this is a stillness too, because a motion is not detectable as motion until it's an accelerated motion. So, but the zero fractal of the night sphere then adds up to, so it's the kind of the mystery within this imitative structure. The zero fractal of the night sphere, head out of the sand. Okay, so if you would, again, like a copy of that list of 144 fractal faculties, just click the link below and you'll get it electronically like that. And you'll be able to use it for all of these videos. I'll be knocking out, hopefully, once a day, maybe even more, mostly on the Tree of Life, but on many other different subjects as well. But I'm going to be focusing on this Tree of Life for the first, for another couple months, till I get all 144 done. And click the like button, share and subscribe, and stay tuned for future videos. And have a beautiful day.